Minecraft movie is actually really fun, and I never thought I'd be saying that in a million years, specifically as someone who really likes the game, but always had the thought of, how are you making a Minecraft movie? What is this going to look like? It's been through development hell, it's been through different creators, and all these other creative minds kind of seem to have had a better idea and vision for what Minecraft should be, other than this film. The trailers didn't look good. I was not excited, but after watching it, I was really shocked and pleasantly surprised by how fun this movie is. Notice how I'm saying fun. I do not think that this is a good movie, but this is a really fun film, and I think it's destined to be a cult classic one day, just as Jared Hess's other films are, such as Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre. And I say this all as a fan of Minecraft. I really like this game. I've been playing it since its heyday, and this movie really delivered on everything that a fan would want. But also, as like someone, if you don't know what Minecraft is, I think you might like this if you like Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre. But the best way to review a Minecraft movie is if we actually jump to the game. What's going on, buddy? Welcome back to a brand new movie review. Today we're discussing a Minecraft movie. This is about four misfits who are suddenly pulled through a mysterious portal into a bizarre cubic wonderland that thrives on imagination, and to get back home they'll have to master this world while embarking on a quest with an unexpected expert crafter named Steve. This is again directed by Jared Hess. It's written by Chris Bowers, Hubble Palmer, Neil Wilderer, and it also, of course, stars the wonderful likes of Jack Black, Jason Momoa, Jennifer Coolidge, Danielle Brooks, and, of course, many more. Now, as I said off the top, I'm not going to get too much into like my background on Minecraft. As you can see, I'm a nerd. I'm actually reviewing it in Minecraft, and, you know, I didn't really know what to get from a Minecraft movie. I didn't know what I would want. I basically just wanted to see the world, and that's kind of what Jared Hess does here. And I think to a very high degree that this movie, as I said, is not a good movie, but it is a really fun one, just as so is Nacho Libre and Napoleon Dynamite, in my opinion. I really enjoy those movies. I went into this movie like with no expectations. I expected to honestly hate it. Even as a fan, like I just didn't expect to like it. I thought I would honestly walk out of here being like, oh, the visual effects were cool, and that's about it. But I actually came out of here with a lot of laughs, a lot of smiles, and maybe that's sometimes because it runs into the camp of being so bad that it's good. I watched it with one of my friends who we've played Minecraft on and off for years, and I think we were able to bond just over like little things over all of this. So I'm definitely excited to talk about this movie today. So make sure to hit that like, subscribe button, comment down below your guys' thoughts. And without further ado, let's go over to my pros. So the number one first pro that I really want to mention is, I think, the visual effects. Now, bar none other than one scene, sometimes the humans stick out in this world, sometimes, and sometimes it's blended really well. I think that's something hard to get and nail down just in films in general. Only masters like James Cameron can possibly do this, but when you're dealing with Minecraft, a very cubic wonderland that's completely fake and imaginary, obviously you have to do unique things with this. Now, I thought the visual effects, the style, the usage, the look of all the different creatures, characters, animals, and again, just the world itself, I thought was fantastic. As a fan of the game, I think it's even more impressive. As someone who's just watching this and, you put in the back of your head like, okay, is this good? Is it not? I would have thought, oh, this is kind of unique. I like the designs of the characters. I like the designs of the creatures. I like the designs of everything, even though it's weird. And the human characters are very much noticing this. They understand that everything is weird here, but it fits and it looks really well. At one point in time, I was actually kind of like very invested with like just looking at the design of some of these characters, whether it's these evil hogs from the underworld, or you go over to like an Enderman and you get to see like kind of just the small little design on them, or even the creeper. All of them are great. And it even goes down to like a sheep. The zombies, the skeletons, like everything in here for me really worked on that whole graphical design. I think the film looks really good. And I think the money is definitely on the screen in terms of the visual effects, except for like one or two scenes where the humans really did stick out. But for the most part, I really like the design of everything, and I think that worked out one of the strongest parts. On top of this, I actually found that the action in here was really fun, engaging, and over-the-top insanity. Something that I would expect Jared Hess to get if you've seen Nacho Libre, Napoleon Dynamite, just on a bigger scale. And he's able to have fun with that. And I think Jack Black knows how to play into that field. Seeing Steve go ham on some zombies in one of the earlier moments is a awesome time. Same thing with skeletons, and even specifically the final giant fight scene was badass. And again, I say this as someone who loves the game. So like, some of this is like a little bit of nostalgia kicking and like getting to see some of this stuff in like live action, and it's cool to see how it comes out. Even like one of my other friends at the screening I was talking to afterwards, they told me, they were like, yeah, as like, as someone who's never played this game, I thought it was fun. That's a big key piece, is fun. I think kids are going to love this movie. I think if I was a kid, this would be one of my favorite movies. The wacky humor, and specifically because of how colorful and fun the world is. In a way, it kind of even reminds me of the Super Mario Brothers movie, how sometimes it would over-explain certain things, sometimes it would just dive into the world, and sometimes it just kind of showcased everything, but like really much enough, the Minecraft movie is beautiful for that. I thought I'd be saying a Minecraft movie is beautiful for something, but here we are. The other little thing as well is, and this is coming from just a fan, I really like the usage and design of certain things. The crafting table, how does crafting work? The village, the villagers, all the little like tidbits of universal and mythology knowledge in the Minecraft world. That was fun. I like the way, again, of just these subtle details, and especially Easter eggs. There is one in here that I thought it was fantastic put in there. I'm not huge into like the Minecraft community currently, or like over the last 5 years, I just kind of play. But knowing some of the creators and creative minds who have been a part of this, I thought was very heartwarming how they put those pieces into here, and they're really much just there. They're not prevalent to the story. They're not huge into any of those other natures. They just put a smile on your face for sure. Wacky and insane as the Minecraft world can be, the tone never loses sight of it. It's never taking itself too seriously, even in serious moments that it should. And it never even goes hindsight into that, even into the real world. Like this small town that these characters are from, it's weird. It's very wacky, and it's unrealistic sometimes. But that is where I think the tone is set, and actually where I want to give Jared Hess a lot of credit here. He sets that tone early. And from the early moments, like I knew that this is the guy who made Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre. And in the early moments before we even get to the Minecraft world, the tone is set of what this film is going to be. And the second that is set, I knew I was in. I was like, okay, this is what he's going for. He's going for Napoleon Dynamite basic humor. I'm fine with that. And for the rest of the movie, that was it. And I overall thought that was one of the more impressive parts. And then, of course, even going to over the actors, Jack Black, as I mentioned, just takes this in spades and just runs off with it in a ton of fun lights. Jason Momoa, I've heard from some people who think he deserves a Razzie for this, and other people who think this is a career killer. I thought he was fun. Honestly, I don't think he's as good as Jack Black in here, but I thought he was fun. Emma Myers, also really good. Sebastian Hansen, I also think is great. Danielle Brooks, I think she was a little bit underutilized, but still fun. And Jennifer Coolidge, I think if you like Jennifer Coolidge, you're going to like her little subplot she has in here. I wish they would have gone a little bit more of an extra mile with that, but I understand that this is a kid's movie, so I don't think they were ever going to do that. At the end of the day, maybe you could have written and gotten rid of that character, but whatever. This is where it kind of takes me now to my cons more. And again, as much as I really liked the movie and I had fun with it, I can't say in good heart that this is a good made movie. And I think a lot of that actually stems down from the script. I think the script is pretty damn terrible for this movie. In terms of story and in terms of exposition, it never really makes you lock onto the characters, which some people can say, well, Minecraft's never really done that. It's never been character driven. It's all about creative vision and everything like that, which is what this film really gets, but it's a movie. And if you want me to tell you that this movie should go that extra mile, it should. It should have found a way to get that extra mile. I think Nacho Libre and Napoleon Dynamite kind of have that heart and charm to it, which I think the Minecraft movie bleeds a little bit of, but I think that thanks to the world, not the script itself, where Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre have that sense to it because of the script itself, because of the wacky and tonal thing that Jared Hess is able to put in here, and even the performances. But I think the script is what lacks a lot of that. And some of that is the over-explanation of everything. It feels like the studio here was saying, you need to explain every little detail. So it feels like when something pops on screen, they have to explain it. How does this world work? They explain it. How does the crafting work? They explain it. And for someone as the game, it's easy to follow, but I can see anyone watching this getting annoyed at that. Like, there should have been more meaningful ways to deliver that exposition, or even deliver certain things. And even other things where, like, they may not have explained it. As someone who's, like, again, on and off, but not super deep into the lore or anything, there's certain things that I wish they would have dove into a little bit more. How does it work? How does this work? So it's like they over-explain, like, the easy stuff, in my opinion. And for me, I I think that's where the film really falters, and in taking too much time to over explain stuff, I found personally that the rest of the film should have had more heart to it, at least with its characters and its relationship with certain ones. Like brother and sister dynamic in here, you would expect for that to be like more in depth, and it's not. Con too, but this doesn't go towards me. I can see people just thinking this movie's stupid. Stupid, dumb, don't understand why anyone would enjoy this. I would get it. But I would also say, do you like Nacho Libre? Do you like Napoleon Dynamite? Oh, you don't? Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. And if you told me that you did enjoy those and didn't like this movie, like even to a slightest degree, I would honestly like be a little bit confused because it's kind of shocking. Just don't like big blockbusters or whatever that might be with this stupid kind of humor, and maybe you expect more. But like, honestly, what did you expect from the Minecraft movie? Genuinely. That's where it takes me that the Minecraft movie is destined to be a cult classic, just as Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre have become. Jared Hess infuses his zany, weird, over-the-top, random, stupid, and overall dumb creativeness into Minecraft. It might not be a good movie, but it's a really fun movie. And it's one that I would recommend. I would recommend it to families. I would tentatively recommend it to people who have never really liked Nacho Libre and, you know, Napoleon Dynamite. I really don't think you would enjoy this, but I think if you are someone who likes those two movies specifically and likes that tone, you will enjoy the Minecraft movie for what it is. I think there was ways that this movie could have been better. I think some of the original concepts and ideas that have been spread out throughout the years honestly were the direction and the way that should have gone. I still think this should have been animated as well, but this is the product we have. This is the film we have. This is the movie we have. We're judging it for the movie we have, not from other things. And with that said, I enjoyed it. So a Minecraft movie for me, it's going to get a C+. Whew. Jumping back into the real world now. Thank you so much again, guys, for watching this. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down below your guys' thoughts. More movie reviews, more TV reviews coming very soon. And maybe even some video game reviews for Assassin's Creed Shadows. But of course, until next time, stay classy.